thought I'd do a bit of a video. I don't know how good the quality is going to be or the sound, but I thought I'd just do an update video on my E36 M3. I haven't done one for a long time, and I know there's a few people that are interested, which is nice. So currently I'm in the car and I'm off to a place in Nottingham. As you can probably see, I haven't got a headliner. This had completely sagged, as they all seem to do over so many years. And I found this interior restoration guy in Nottingham that could do it for me. It was a bit of a struggle to find someone that wanted to do headliners. I'm sure there's loads of people out there, but I couldn't seem to get anyone that was local to me. Well, any more local than Nottingham. So yeah, this guy, he's done it for me, and I'm going to pick it up. I have to go in this car because I can't actually get it in the boot of my other car, so I have to install it when I collect it, which isn't a problem. But yeah, so he's doing that for me. I'm really pleased to get that done. It's another job off the list, because I was driving like this with my head down, with it sagging on me. But yeah, it was fairly easy to get in and out. I'm sure a lot of you know, if you ever need to take them out, you don't need to take the seats out. You just drop your drop your passenger seat, full recline, door wide open, it'll come straight out. I tried sticking it myself, but the foam had deteriorated that badly that the fabric was sticking to the foam was just peeling back off and dropping down again. So I gave up. I thought I'll take it to a proper professional to get it done. Got it all scraped clean, with new fabric and foam put on. So that's that done. I haven't driven the car a lot this year really, but I'm starting to do little bits again on it that need to be done. I've got the biggest problem with this car at the minute is it's suffering from a slight uneven idle, which it always has since I bought it, but it's never been such an issue that I've thought, right, I need to look into it. It's very hit and miss. Sometimes it idles absolutely perfect, and other times it'll just fluctuate in revs very slightly. It's not to the point where someone would notice sat at a traffic light and think he's about to blow his engine up. It's just searching sometimes, very, between sort of 800 and 1,000 revs, just a bit of a. But the more I've driven it, the more miles I've put on it since I've had it, it's getting worse and worse, to the point where it used to be 2 out of 10 stops at a traffic lights it would do it, and now I'd say it's about 6 or 7 times out of 10 it'll uneven idle, it'll surge, and I'll have to blip the throttle just to steady it back out again. Now, any ideas would be welcome, but this is what I've done. I've checked the Vanos, and I do believe it is the Vanos, just progressively getting worse. But I've had it all checked out, and they have pointed me towards the Vanos. They've given me a couple of fault codes from a local workshop with the diagnostic tools. They're not a specialist by any means, but they've just pointed me towards the Vanos. Checked for air leaks, had a couple of cracked pipes, done a smoke leak down test on the engine, replaced all that. But it is the same symptom as an air leak. But I know that the Vanos system, if it's not bringing everything back into time, when it's usually after it's been thrashed. So if I take it out and I give it a good thrash, up to 6,500, 7,000 revs, and I've done that and got it nice and hot, and then I come up to a lights, that's when it'll do it. It's like it's not retarding the timing enough. yeah, not retarding it back to what it should be once it's been advanced through all the revs. So maybe there's a solenoid, an oil pressure problem, solenoid problem. I don't know that much about the Vanos. I have previously done, as I stated in my other videos, done the seals on the solenoids. I've done the upgraded bolts on the covers of the solenoids, the new gaskets. That's all been done, but it just seems to be, as I say, if you didn't know anything about Vanos, you'd think it was an air leak. It's a very similar symptom to an air leak, where you can almost smell it through the exhaust. It's running richer when it's on that fluctuation of idle. But I do believe that it could need a Vanos overhaul, to be honest, and spending a bit of money and getting that sorted. I think they're about £1,500 for a reconditioned unit. I could be wrong, but I think that's about what it is. But through the rev range, it just pulls. There's no running issues at all, apart from that slight, and I mean slight, idle issue. I mean, when I put my foot down, I mean, it just goes so well, puts a smile on your face. So yeah, that's the only thing really that I've got to do. Once the headlining's done, the steering wheel's been done, the interior's gonna have a bit of a spruce up, a bit of a clean, but I'm really pleased with it. Oh, there's one more thing. I've got the gear knob that's a walnut gear knob with an illuminated top. Now the illuminated top has become sort of delamitized, so it's sort of become a bit bubbly. So it all works great and it's fine, but it just looks a little bit worn out. So that's something I'm gonna have to get. I think that's something like £160 from BMW, and I couldn't find any genuine looking aftermarket ones apart from the cheap eBay things that look awful. And as you know, I'm trying to keep this car as standard as possible, so I have to sort of go down that route unless anyone else has got any good ideas. But yeah, that's where I'm at. It's a bit of a boring video. I'm not great at the videos, but I know that a few people out there have got E36s and they're interested in this, and yeah, it's still going well. It's still brilliant. You know, it's done 138,000. I think in the 5 years of ownership, I've put on just over 1,000 miles in 4 years. So not a lot at all. I do try and use it, but I'll be honest, it's a bit of a garage queen. You know, I enjoy it when it's nice, and I had it out for a couple of weeks earlier this month just to use as a daily, actually, just to enjoy it. But I've got a good setup now. A good friend has got a garage that I keep it in now. It's all heated, all lit, or you know, good lighting in there. I can work on it. It's lovely and clean in there. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So if anyone's got any suggestions for the gear knob or for this uneven idling that's worth checking before I go and take it somewhere else for more of a specialist and they diagnose it, because I like to do as much as I can myself. But yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions, that'd be great. Thanks.